Hello, Instagram. This is Brandy Whitmire, the Brandy Whitmire Mortgage Team, and we are going to start a series of education for our new and existing home buyers because we are fielding so many questions lately about, especially with our new millennials buying, about online calculators, where to start looking to buy a home, or how you can figure out how much you could afford, what you can trust on the internet as far as payments are concerned, and what those steps are. So we're going to start this educational series. We're going to do it every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Starting out on Instagram tonight, and then next week we will go to the Facebook platform so that we can see what's working better. And that way we can get as much education out to our future buyers and our clients. So, last week we lost a couple of deals from new millennials that were concerned about, they went in, they're excited to buy a home, they filled out an application. Basically, they'd gone online, they'd gone to Zillow or Realtor.com or whatever the case, and they filled out, how much I can afford on the online application or on the online, calculator. So they put in, let's say, let's use $100,000 for example. They put in can I afford this $100,000 home? Well, whenever, hey Cole, whenever they put in that $100,000, it shows you a principal and interest payment, which is basically the only part of the payment that the lender has control over, right? So whether you're doing a 30-year, a 20-year, a 15-year, a 5-1, whatever the case may be, depending on how much you put down, that principal and interest payment is going to be what they're going to show you. So you're putting 20% down, it's going to give you that payment. Well, what most of these places are not telling you, because they want to get you to fill out your information so that they can sell lenders like myself your information so that we can call you and convert you into a lead. So obviously, a lot of these places don't want to show you that there is taxes, insurance. If you're not paying, if you're not putting 20% down, or you're going FHA, you're also paying mortgage insurance on top of that. And if you're in a townhome or a let's say a condo especially, or a planned development, you're also going to be paying an HOA due, okay? If you could buy a $100,000 condo, put 3.5% down, and what do you have? Principal and interest payment, taxes, insurance, mortgage insurance, and HOA. So you have 5 different parameters that's going to affect your payment. So when you are going and putting in information on an online calculator, it is imperative that you know how much you're going to put down, what kind of product you're going to use, and be able to calculate the exact taxes. With inflation and with everything, with all the houses appreciating, your taxes are going higher and higher every year. So it's important that you understand that as well. If you're buying a condo, the HOA, does that include insurance? Does that include electricity, water, gas? Can those be removed? There are so many different ways to calculate your monthly payment, that it is imperative that you talk to a lender that understands what your goals are, what your max budget is, and what your future planning of your mortgage is going to be. A lot of people think, call in and they say, oh, well, I want the lowest rate possible because I'm in the 30-year payment. Well, you're in 18 years of being in this business, I have never seen anyone ever carry their loan for 30 years. It's just not going to happen. So it's also important that you plan your monthly payment. So, you want to get with a lender that's going to tell you, okay, here's where you're going to start. You're going to start on FHA because you're a new home buyer. You're going to do 3.5% down, but here's our goal. We're going to refinance you in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years down the line, when your house appreciates, when your taxes go up, when you get better jobs, better money, and you start building in your personal life, or whenever you move up, you get married and you move on to another house. What are your goals? So it's not always about the payment. It's not always about the rate. You want to go with a lender who's going to figure out exactly and tell you honestly what your payment's going to be, how you're going to get out of that payment and make that better for you in the future by moving to a 20-year, a 15-year, whatever the case may be, and what your future plans are, because it's important. It's same thing with buyer or current homeowners that either are going to keep their home, make it an investment property. Some people shouldn't be selling their current homes. Some people should be moving into and keeping it as an investment property. Don't know that they can. They don't know they can actually become investors. And then also buying a new home and having that house sit there and being, pay for itself with a new renter. So anyway, it's just, it's frustrating for me when we have new, brand new millennials that get discouraged on the home buying process or feel like lenders are out there being manipulative, or the online places are being manipulative, because it's not the case. So, if you have questions on home affordability, on how to use a online calculator, on, I can afford a $300,000 house. Does that mean I should? Should I look for my max amount of property? Yes or no? What are your future goals? Another question that we get a lot is, how do I know if I am how do I choose the right realtor? Because again, on these websites that you're going on and putting in your information as a lead source, guess what? The realtor is paying for that spot. They're paying for your zip code. So the realtor is getting your information. I'm getting your information based off of what you think is going to be your payment, and it's only principal and interest. It could possibly be 1/5 of the payment. Okay? So you can't trust anything online. You need to call a professional. Most of how do you know a good realtor? Realtors are just like everyone else. They're just like lenders. They're just like your insurance agent. They're just like your checkout person at the grocery store. Some are good, some are bad. You just have to do your due diligence. Look at online reviews. Go to realtor.com, go to lendingtree.com, go to their, stalk them on Facebook and on social media, and figure out what they're doing, and make sure that you are getting with someone who is going to be taking care of you. So, those are the 2 points I really wanted to drive home today, especially with new home buyers. Right now, there's something like more like 20. There's 400 people a day moving into the Dallas area. Half of those are millennials, and we've got 26% of millennials coming into the filling out applications every day. And not knowing and being discouraged is definitely not what we want in this market. Buying and selling real estate is good for the market. It's good for me. It's good for you. It's good for the economy. It creates velocity. And it's important that you keep yourself educated. So if you have any questions at all, ever, about anything real estate related, whether it be how to find a good realtor, a lender, you have a question on a monthly payment, and with no obligation whatsoever, truly just for education, me and my team are here to assist you anytime. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to set aside 7 p.m. every Wednesday until I figure out the best resource for you guys. And you can reach us. So again, you can reach out to us on comments, on the DM. You can Google Brandy Whitmire and find us online. Go to our website, brandywhitmire.com. Find me on social media. I try my best to be completely out. Thank you, Fernando. I love you. But we truly want to help. We want to keep people educated. We want to make sure that no one's getting discouraged, and we want to make sure that you are planning your investment for yourself, whether it be your primary home, investment home, for your son, child, or your son, your family, whatever. So anyway, reach out, let us know if you have any questions, and I just want to make sure I'm not missing any questions here. Got a lot of clients on here. Hey, Cole, Nicole, Fernando, Valerie. Hey, guys. Okay, well, that's all I have for now. I will be back with you guys next Wednesday. DM me and message me if you have any ideas for topics that you would like to hear about, whether it be credit or the home buying, different parts of the home buying process, what your income should look like, how much you should save, or anything like that. And I will be here and join you again next week. Thanks, guys.